whether it's maybe Fearless using some leaps and then kind of like looking like he's going to go in.
Fake jump, right?
Yep. Like a feint, right? You know, feinting he's going to go in, stays in that position. Maybe it gets Proper to use that slide early, then catch him off.
That was a tactic popularized by a team many years ago. Ninjas in Pajamas, a predominantly Finnish roster who mastered the counter dive in a Winston-based meta. They always said, we don't want to go first, we want to bait aggression and then hit their backline, speed out of range. That strategy, although the game has evolved so much since then, still exists. And it's still an important way to answer a dive mirror.
I just think it's important as well because like you gotta get Edison going a little bit. No confidence, right? You know, mentioned it the other day. Like he feels like he can be the best player in the world at times. Just deflating, getting taken out time and time again.
So what's on the other side of the horizon, San Francisco? Dare to find out. On the attack here at Route 66, of course, Dallas off to take a relatively close hold. They don't try and flood towards spawn here, and they look a little uncertain, actually, about what to do about this positioning.
So they don't want to play extremely far up. They just kind of poke here at the beginning as disrupt their shot. Sparkle's got enough right for him to make it out.
Proper opens it up. Wouldn't be a shock map without it. Everyone throwing themselves at him, but he's able to slip through the cracks. That's a pretty compelling start here for San Francisco.
And Proper only knows one direction. It is forward. Gets right up on that high ground. W key. Look at how far up he is there with Violet. So he's just trying to farm some damage. Like, hey, you know, you want to come through this choke? Maybe I just rip somebody's head off.
He wants the fuel to know. He wants the fuel to know he's coming for them perpetually. Dallas ward him away from the high ground here with the teleport forward from Sparkle. Fearless even throws down the dome. But Proper still hunting.
Railgun charge.
A lot of pressure now. He's head to the high ground. Here comes that aggression from Proper. He's popped back up. Somehow he's still standing. Fielderlo's able to find Finn. That's a key pick-off, especially with Kitsune Rush on board. San Francisco peter out here. They take too long to strike a critical blow.
Like when Dallas went in the back, Rush was just looking at Fearless like, I don't care what's going on. You chase their Sojourn around. You do not let him get out of your face. It's right there, you see Fearless always right in front of Proper, not letting him get that space.
Discipline from Fielder there, doesn't use the Kiriko ultimate. Finn will have one to match in this fight. It's going to come down to the finer points of execution. Sparkle and Striker are a long way away from Death Blossom, so that may not be a factor here. Proper playing from a compromising position, you might think, but he's able to get away to safety now. Sound barrier first from the shock. Chiyo's holding on to his right now, but San Francisco can't derive an advantage with that ultimate. This is huge for Dallas. Monumental. They're back in this.
That is a massive fight win for the Dallas Fuel. Support ults blown on both sides, but Proper ends up trying to go with the overclock. Maybe thinks he's on a good flank with a nice angle on top of Big Earls behind the Dallas Fuel, and results in nothing.
1 minute 20 left here for the Shock to make a real dent in this map.
Not a ton of time.
Being staved off the last couple of fights pretty comfortably. Edison starting to feel maybe a little bit more confidence, but he's still cautious as ever. Bubbling the way, he wants to take it a Big Earl, then Proper ping to the wall. And make it two. Finn now trying to escape. Edison able to connect there. Looked like a Susie might have interrupted there. Edison thinking, wait, what's that shadow behind me? No, it's my own tank. Less than a minute for San Francisco. The gauntlet was thrown by the Shock, and the Dallas Fuel, they've got a decent pitching arm themselves.
They got a ways to go, do the Shock. Not really a ton you love to work with, right? Overclock was used by Edison, so the Primal with the Kitsune Rush, maybe Mikey's able to come up with something. And the Death Blossom, with so much ways to avoid it, especially on this map, could be tough.
Fearless there, forced to keep his head down by Proper, who's hunting. Edison's going to play her in the billboard here.
They're trying to get Violet beat.
Trying to wait for Proper as well to stop strafing. Maybe he can find a connection there. Violet's going to be pushed away.
They're just trying to bait damage here to get this beat for Violet.
Chiyo's pretty far behind here. He needs to be catching up in that metric. Proper now up in that high ground there. Primal rate for both Winstons. Can they force some action here? It looks like there could be trouble in the tunnels. And Sparkle's taken down. Kitsune Rush now for the Dallas Fuel. Can they recover? No, they cannot. Fearless Dallas tries to bubble this one up, but it's not going to be enough. Crisis averted.
Really nice use of the Death Blossom there. Mikeyy after Primal gets really low, has to jump back towards the team who's kind of in that Kitsune rush from the Dallas Fuel. Mikeyy lands a bubble. There can't be any follow-up because Striker is using the Death Blossom inside of that bubble. You're not going to chase that kill onto Mikeyy, go into the Reaper, and Shock able to win that and have both support ults on deck.
Bad smarts for Dallas, right? Using the Kitsune rush and getting nothing for it. We thought the Shock were trying to just build up, but they just started the fight with Primal Rages. Seems to work just fine. Mikeyy and Fearless here trading blows. Bit of a wet noodle fight here, and it's about forcing the positioning of the enemy Winston. Edison's going for it though. Time for the overclock. And there it is! Good opener. Still some work to do now, and that should be enough with Mikeyy and Finn both out of the pitch of the Shock. We'll have to concede.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Shock don't feel that they, Violet not gonna make it out. They don't feel that they need to kind of invest anything and win that fight, right? When the overclock comes out, Mikeyy doesn't have the lead, doesn't have Primal, so you can't really get in Edison's face. You're all kind of stuck there in the middle of the road. You may as well just go again, right? You know you have an advantage in terms of support ults. No reason to burn them and waste them there.
Fearless getting a bit of information here. He notices that most of the Shock are trying to play on this route. Probably trying to circle around here. Looking out for Edison. Finds field a bit. Oh my goodness, that was close. Just a bit more charge, and this fight could have been over already. Dallas now taught their lesson. It's going to be a sound barrier to make this a bit safer for them. Kitsune Rush is on the ground. Proper hasn't gone for that overclock just yet. And there's a decent amount of Alpha Strike damage on the Dallas Fuel. Sparkle trying to back away, but Edison's found violence. Now the Shock are committed. They don't already have a way to escape. Guts, glory. It's all there for the Shock, but no W.
A little surprised that we didn't see Proper end up using the overclock there. Sparkle and a few other players trying to hightail it out pretty low in that scenario. So Violet still holding on to this sound barrier for this Kitsune Rush that's going to come down.
A mismatch of support ultimates here. Many of the other relevant ones are on deck, though. Finn has to jump away. He's going to be pursued. Sound barrier now from Violet. Mikeyy doesn't get it, but has the primal way to give him some survivability. Can't say the same for Fearless, though. He's in danger. Proper finally fells the raging beast. When there's Sparkle, he bails out the fuel, and we're going all the way. Dallas, all they have to do is turn around on this attack, have a good showing, and they can force that final map. But we've seen them falter when it comes to those offenses, man. Even halfway through the map, it's all they had to push on those first two payload maps. And they've been staved off before. They're not out of the woods yet. But Sparkle bailed them out there big time.
Yeah, big time kills from the Reaper of the Dallas Fuel. In Dallas Fuel, you think their offense can be a little bit better, right? More aggressive, getting Fearless into positions to make plays. Where the Shock, they had an advantage in terms of support ults, but with the way this map is, right? With this kind of verticality and different types of bridges and whatnot, very difficult to get great use out of that Kitsune Rush.
Sparkle here, he just picks this spot so well. The Kitsune Rush means that he can get in position. That's the ultimate combo right now. And San Francisco are probably relieved that they even managed to get past that first phase of the map, right? Getting into
very difficult.
Getting into that second is a big deal. Oh, I like this from Dallas, a little spicy. It's been done before.
The Shock will play close. We'll see for how long. Fearless on the Roadhog. Oh, thought maybe we were going to see seen some teams go for the Roadhog with trying to get a hook at the start here. Sonic Arrow to check, see if anybody's coming.
Well,
games though.
Dallas Fuel know what the Shock are up to now. Proper trying to kick something off here. Edison, as always, really just trying to make sure he puts his life first. And Striker gets dragged out in the front line. Your battering ram now broken in two. How about a bit of flank action? Takes of your own medicine.
As for the Dallas Fuel, on their defense, decided to play close up. When it got a little bit scary, they decided to back up and play around this first corner. the shock up to everybody play close. We're gonna try and burn as much time as possible. We've seen that in previous metas before. So they push up, they get on top of big girls. It'll just be Sparkle moving the payload right now.
Shock want to surge in here. To their relief, they can still control this high ground to a degree. The cart still just rounding that hairpin. Proper's looking for a target. No one there. Dallas really playing close together inside Big L's, but they're getting cart progress. They're saying, no, you have to step down and contest this. We're not going to give you any freebies here. Look at this positioning. So cagey, so frustrating. Up we go.
Shock are gonna have to fight soon. Sound barrier may be available for that.
Great read on Proper though. Edison making sure he can get the drop on his opposite number. Doesn't connect the rail there, but the idea was good. Here's the Kitsune rush now. Edison trying to get to a safe spot. He's in a close little lane. Proper's gonna abscond to the high ground here. Sparkler's in his element right now. Sound barrier for both sides, so this will have to be waited out for a time. But Mikey's so low above the bubble and he's taken down. Can't get back to safety. It's not over yet, but Dallas will have the numbers, and I love that peel. Midway through the fight, they turn around. They shut Proper down. They're starting to get a read on that.
Yeah, they're doing a much better job at punishing. Not letting Proper just go wherever he wants on the map. That is going to be point A taken above 4 minutes. They don't even need all. They don't need to get it all the way through checkpoint B. Just right about, past underneath that underpass there. That's it.
4 minutes and 5 seconds to do it. It is a whopping time bank, and that's going to make this even worse. Proper charging in, but he doesn't know what he's looking for. Dallas, vaporize. All of a sudden, they turn up on the wrong side of the map. And San Francisco are disoriented.
Edison and co will push up. Some ultimates to use here for the Shock. So much time available for the Dallas Fuel to make it happen. We said that on King's Row, though, and the Shock were able to hold.
Look, though. Sparkle ushering the card forward. Gently here as that is the pick. That might be it. Mikeyy trying to go overhead here, but without Proper. Where's the firepower going to be? Striker's got nowhere to go and make it too, Edison. Turning the lights out here on Route 66. Sparkle on the card, and we're going all the way.
The Fuel have come so close in the past, and they were not ready to go just yet, as we will go to a 7th game in this series.
Years and years in the Overwatch League have seen one team be dominant in our grand finals. That streak is broken. San Francisco and Dallas one more time will fight to the death in our tiebreaker map right after this.